What's happening, people? Welcome to United Stand. We're here after the trials, marking the salmon boots. I've taken my boots off, I've got blisters.
Yeah. No blisters, but my feet were sore, man.
Yeah,
I needed to rest.
Difficult, but some really good players, man. Really good players, very exciting times. Yeah. But we're just going to do a little bit about away from that, because you guys are going to see exactly what happened and what went down at the trials, which would be fantastic. But let's do a little bit about top four and then a quick chat about Luke Shaw, the little Luke Shaw off we're going to have. But seriously, look, we've lost 2 games on the bounce. You could say that the players might not be confident now. It's a big kick in the teeth. I know it wasn't 2 consecutive defeats in the league, but you can talk about morale and, you know, the rival fans, the wheels are falling off and all of this. This is where Ollie's going to really show what he's made of, I think, because I know it's been rosy and it's great. He's shown what he's made of in that bit, but we've been saying what happens when we lose games. And we've lost 2 on the bounce now. So, yes, Watford own.
I think it's really interesting. I mean, the international break just seems to have gone on for a long time. People are talking about Sancho, Koulibaly, which is great. But actually, we've got a massive 6 weeks ahead of us in April and May. Bring it on. Can't wait for the Watford game. Wolves away. You know, if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, do you want to beat Wolves in the Cup or do you want to beat them in the league? It's always going to be in the league. We've had all this shit about Pogba, which I'm sure Rance will talk about. My stance on it, it's not ideal what he said, but people are blowing it up into something ridiculous. He's playing well for France. He had 1 bad game in 3 months. I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. I think there's a proper battle for top 4, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a minute. But it's the perfect break. All the players that are pulled out of international duty, good. International football is dead.
Yeah, but have they pulled out? We need to hope that they've pulled out in terms of they can recover, have their time off and be all right for us, you know what I mean? Yeah, because if they're not, then we're fucked as well.
I don't think they're injured. Like, even like the Rashford one, it was like, he's going now, cool, you can go home.
Rashford, he was there to get Sancho.
but this is it. Like, and then even Lindelof, like the Swedish guys said, and you know, basically we're giving him a rest. Like, do you know what I mean? He's not injured. So I think that Ollie's had a word and they've obliged, and Sir Alex Ferguson should do it all the time.
Are you worried though? Like, we lost 2 on the bounce. Obviously, against Watford at home, you should say we should get over the line there, but away to Wolves again, was it Tuesday night? Tough game. Me and you were there. We saw how good Wolves are. But we were so poor as well, though.
They were so defensive in the first half. Their back 4 was in the fucking stand.
Yeah, but they allowed. But you say that.
Tactic.
It's a good tactic, and if they do the same again, we still need to find a way to break them down. If we go and perform like we just did, we'll get slapped again.
You're right. But I ain't scared of Wolves. I think we were shit, and you know, we all love United, we all love those players, but they were shit, and they know the shit, and Ollie's knows the shit.
So you can't see like a mirror performance, like you think they'll step up?
We need to win that game.
I think we'll win the game comfortably against Wolves. I really do. I just think that we got the tactics wrong, and they sat back. Like, I wasn't expecting to play that defensive. They played 5 at the back and they played deep.
We just couldn't break them down. A lot of people were saying like, it looked like the old Jose kind of thing, where we just couldn't break teams down.
But I'm not worried about that. I think the players that came back, like the Martials and that, they looked off the pace. They looked tired, all of them. Like Martial, Jesse, like all of them.
No one had a good game.
No one.
Herrera's not fit.
What have you made about this Herrera flirting with PSG? There was talks that, you know, they've offered him a contract. Then it came out that, no, he said he wants to stay here. Some people saying, good riddance. It don't really matter if he goes. Some people saying outrageous.
You saw my tweet. I said this. His agent trying to tell United get a move on, because the way they've secured Ashley Young, secured all these other players, but they're faffing around with Herrera's. So he doesn't want to go PSG, man. If anyone loves the club, he does.
I can't even see that as a move anyway. Like, even if I can't see it.
What's happening here is that fans, it's a bit like the Pogba thing. I've got to make a decision. You haven't got to make a decision. The reality is United have a piss poor policy with contracts. You got Sanchez on 400 grand a week, Lukaku on 200 grand a week, Luke Shaw on 200 grand a week. You got Herrera on 70 grand a week, and you got so Marcus Rashford on 50 grand a week. Yeah. It's all messed up. But the worst thing of it is we let the contracts run down. We let them run down. So Herrera can talk to PSG, can talk to Barcelona, and if he went, I'd be gutted, but I'd go, you know what?
Yeah, no one would blame him.
Well done, because that's Woodward's fault. So Herrera to me has been symbolic of United over the last 3 months. Not our best player, but irreplaceable in that midfield. He's allowed Pogba to breathe, and Matic has been that. I want Herrera to stay. He would be a massive loss, but I think he will stay because, like Rance says, loves the club. Like you said, he loves the club. But it's a mess. It's still a mess. But I think he'll stay.
Before we go on to this whole Luke Shaw little debate thing, I just want to say, you can tell from now. I don't know what you guys think, what the summer's going to be like, the willy won't he with the Sancho thing. You can just see what's going to happen.
He's coming.
I know you spoke to a couple of people, and there's some noise. I know you're confident.
Coming, Jadon.
If he was to come, I can see the smile on your face. Like, he excites a lot of people, doesn't he?
He is. I think I think we did a video in January when it wasn't really being mentioned. Well, somebody'd mentioned it to me, and they might not be that too far away. And we were like trying to get everyone behind Jadon Sancho, because I think, fan opinion does matter, and it doesn't mean Woodward's going to sign him. But if the United fans start talking a lot, football's not that clever. Rumours start floating around. He's perfect for United. He loves Jesse. He loves Rashford. I think Rashford was part of that England setup for a few days, just to sort of like say, So, and we need a world-class player on the right-hand side. And there's people going, oh, he's no Mbappe, he's no this. Look, I'll take him tomorrow. Who knows whether it'll work out, but he is exactly what we need. And Rio Ferdinand's right. The English thing does matter because we're an English club.
We've got a history of doing it,
and he's a young player. And if you're asking me Bale or Sancho, Bale on his day is world class, but we don't want any of these people who are on the decline. Deadwood, get rid of him from the big club on the decline. I want a big payday. Alexis Sanchez, piss off. Sancho, brilliant.
You've got Sancho
he ticks the boxes.
You've got Sancho for 10 years, bro. He's 18. You've got him for 10 years if you sign him. However much he costs, it's worth the money.
Do you think that because he come from City, he didn't get a chance to make it there? You saw it happen with Pogba, where he went off
as well, man.
Do you think?
City missed out?
But as I'm saying, do you think there's a chance that he could go, do you know, I've got unfinished business there. I've got Sterling's on the other side. I can lock down that
He's
side.
a London boy. He's got no allegiance to Manchester City. Do you know what I mean? Raheem Sterling's a London boy. He went to Liverpool and he went to Man City. It's not about that. It's about playing football, isn't it? And Jadon's guys are over here. When you look at Rashford, when you look at Martial, when you look at Jesse, you'd rather play with them, man. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. He'll slot straight in there.
He retweeted the Rio tweet, didn't he? I know it got deleted. Sterling's there. I'm agent Sterling to get him. But he retweeted the Ferdinand tweet about coming to United.
It's going to be...
Rashford and Lingard. But, people knock Lingard, right? Yeah, he is a bit of a banter pants. He is over.
See him out in Dubai.
Yeah. But
Jesse, you're the guy, man.
But he engages with a certain sort of people, and Sancho loves that sort of player. So not Lingard for all you. I like Lingard. I mean, maybe he's not a starter, but he definitely gets what United's all about. He's definitely good enough for our bench. And if he is an attraction to people like Sancho and Rashford is,
and Pogba as well.
And Pogba, this is the value.
Yeah.
This is it.
Right. This Luke Shaw thing. Let's just. You guys are always talking online as well and saying, "Oh, Rance, you're too harsh," or "Mark, you're just up his arse," and there's so much difference of opinion. I'm just going to keep out of this. I'm just going to let you lot argue your cases. So, Mark, what's your thoughts on Luke Shaw? Sum it up.
Well, the thing is, it's a bit like we've had this before with other players. We had it with Martial last year. We've had it with Herrera a little bit, and I know Rance likes those players, so I'm not saying that it's the same. But I get the thing with Luke Shaw. I get the fact that he's not the completed thing. He's admitted himself he's not in the right gear, and he needs to get more assists. But even in the last 3 or 4 weeks, Rashford missed an absolute sitter from a Luke Shaw cross, and it was a wonder cross. Lukaku missed a sitter so that would double his assist, which 4 or 5 is not enough, but it's still pretty good for a fullback. I think defensively he's been brilliant. He made a mistake against Wolves. So did Lindelof. So did Romero, and Romero had a good game. He's not the best left back in the league. Andy Robertson is, but I certainly think he is good enough. And this is what I've always said. And me and Rance spoke about this a few months ago. I said in 2 years' time he'll still be United's left back, and
2 years from now.
Yeah, I think he's got everything that he needs to do it. And to be fair, look, me and Rance have a bit of stuff on Twitter about it. I don't genuinely think Rance thinks he's shit. I think Rance was going to have his say. But I do think some United fans get on him too much and think he's shit. And he's far from shit. I think he's potentially the best left back in England. It's his first full season. It's he's only 3 months. If we can say Pogba's brilliant, we can say that Luke Shaw's been brilliant under Solskjaer. There's a journey to go, but what the most important thing for me is that people say, "Oh, we need to buy a left back." I don't think we do. We need a centre back, a CDM, a right winger, and maybe a right back, and maybe a backup striker. We're never signing more than 5. I just think with Luke Shaw, the haters of Luke Shaw, get off his back, give him a chance, and let's see what happens. Because I really believe in him. I might be proved wrong, but I do really believe in him.
I just think a lot of these English players just get overhyped, innit? And that's why, I have to be harsher on them, because I feel like people give them an easy ride, innit? Like, when you look at the career that he's had at the club, you could talk about injuries, and Anderson had the same injury. He was never the same player again. And same with Valencia. And Valencia don't get the same sympathy that Luke Shaw had. Valencia was actually decent before he broke his leg. Do you know what I mean? But nobody.
The injuries ruined him.
Yeah, I think mentally he's shackled by that injury. Like, I mean,
Do you think he's showing signs of coming out of that?
No, because you see the run that he made, for the assist that he got for Rashford against Wolves. He should be making those runs 10 times a game.
Why do you think? Because he can.
I would agree that that.
Why does he not do that?
He snapped his leg. Roy Keane said it was a fair tackle. He snapped his leg in two. And when you've done that, I mean, we've all had injuries, but I've never snapped my leg in two. Psychologically,
it is a different thing.
Aaron Ramsey's the only one I can really think of who came back, and you can come back from it, and and I think he is coming back from it. But I would concede that that might be an issue.
So do you think that consistency? Do you think
he's a left-footed player, but he plays like an inverted fullback? He always comes inside. Like, it doesn't make sense
when he can beat people.
Yeah, but he's mentally shackled because he's powerful. Like, he can drive with the ball, he can dribble. Like, his touch is all right, but he doesn't. It's this. And that's my thing.
Do you think that can change? Do you think there's a player in there that can come
I don't know, brother. I have to question it because, like, every club he's been at, Pochettino mentioned it and everything. Like, his mentality's always been questioned at every team. Do you know what I mean? Does he work hard enough? Like, is he serious enough? Like, does he look after himself enough?
So the question's still there for you?
Yeah, for me, it's just like, mentally, do you have it in it? Because I feel like being at Manchester United, it's not just about being a good player. Because we sign good players all the time, but they don't cut the mustard, bro. Like, the badge is heavy.
What does he have to do then? So if I just put this thing to you, what would he have to do for you to go, do you know what? He's answered all my criticism. Yeah, I'm fine with Luke Shaw. What would he have to do?
For me, we're Manchester United, innit? We're the best club in the country. We need to have the best players. We need to have the best left back in England. And I think that Chilwell's better than him. I genuinely do. If Chilwell goes to Man City, I'm like, ooh.
You think he goes up again?
Yeah, I just think, do you know what I mean? So for me, like, Luke Shaw needs to improve his attacking side of the game. It's all well and good being a good defensive left back, but like, we've got inverted wingers, bruv. Martial cuts in. We need width. So, like, I need to see him bombing on. Need to see him getting crosses in. Even if he's not getting assists and people are missing, get the ball in the fucking box, bruv.
So you just want to see him do that on a regular basis?
Yeah, absolutely. Do it consistently. Then I can say consistently, you're the guy.
For the people who think that...
But I don't think he's shit.
Yeah,
he's not
just going to wrap this up
defensively, he does his job, innit? Going forward is the only problem I have with him. It's always been that.
Quick question before we wrap this video up. Where are Man United going to finish?
I think it's so interesting. Yeah, people say that Arsenal got the best running. They've got 5 away games. I think Spurs and Chelsea have got the best running. Yeah, they've got to play Chelsea and Liverpool and City. But even if they give them 6 points up, I think they'll win the others. And you look at United's running, we could easily give 6 points up. Arsenal could, and then everyone's level again. I'm hoping it's going to be United and Spurs because I don't like Chelsea and Arsenal. But everyone's in. I'm really excited about it, but it'll be a massive low if we're in the Emmerdale Cup. It will be, but Solskjaer was always coming back from Mission Impossible. I think we're going to do it, but I think it's going to be an interesting month.
I think we're going to get fourth. I think that Tottenham will get third. I genuinely do. As you said, 5 away games for Arsenal. They haven't travelled well. You know what I mean? And I think exactly. I want them to stay in that competition as long as possible because it won't help them. But I think we'll just do it.
Cool. Yes or no? Just a quick yes or no. If Ollie doesn't get top 4, does he get the job?
Would I give him the job?
Yes.
I would give him the job.
Do you think he will?
I don't think he will get the job.
If we don't get top 4, do you think he'll get the job? And would you?
I'd give it to him anyway. Will he get it?
One loss. One loss and we missed out by 3 points.
Put it this way, I think if Poch is available, you get him. Like you get him if we don't get top 4. But either way, Ollie's stock's risen regardless.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for watching. Drop all your views and your comments on everything we've just discussed. I'm sure there's going to be a lot about the Luke Shaw thing. And more importantly, it's about the club, innit, and where we're going to finish because there are a lot of tough games coming up in April. The games are coming thick and fast and we can't afford to drop too many points. You know, the games are coming thick and fast. So we'll see what happens.
Looking forward to it.
Latest, people. Big respect to all you guys for watching that video. And make sure you check out more United Stand content here and here. Yeah, like, subscribe and share. And the socials are along the bottom. You know what to do. Go get following. Go, 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 go.